KWS Daily continues. Thank you so much for being here. Right now, you are looking at some receptacles that you should really be aware of. They're all over the place here in Kingston. We'll talk about why they are important right now and how you can get involved, and in the long run, how you can help our Clothes for Kids campaign. Corey Graper is here for Raw Materials. Good to see you again, Corey.
Well.
And Ben Santucci, North American Transport Driving School, in charge of the transportation. Our third year in a row talking about this.
Absolutely.
But
awesome.
It's a message that still needs to get out there.
It does. It does. We need more batteries.
Well, first of all, people shouldn't be throwing batteries in the garbage anyway.
Absolutely not. They don't belong in the garbage. Where they belong is right in one of those containers where Corey's company, Raw Materials, Ontario-based company, will take them and recycle them properly, make sure they stay out of the landfills, and make sure that they stay out of our water and our soils.
Exactly.
Most important.
And they can be found at Canadian Tire, these receptacles.
Absolutely.
We have them right here at Chorus Entertainment Building, 170 Queen Street.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as if you change a remote. You know, your remote's slow, it's not working, you change the battery. What are you going to do with those batteries? Don't throw them in the garbage. No. Drop them in these receptacles.
Yep, absolutely. And there's lots of places around town. It's just not the Canadian Tires. There is the Home Hardwares. There's the Salvation Armies. There's the Habitat for Humanities. There's a very convenient program.
So let's get it ingrained into your mind that if you have batteries that you are going to chuck them in these receptacles. Let's talk about how they're recycled, because a lot of people are surprised that batteries can be recycled.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a pleasure of mine to be able to describe our process, because we're very unique. One of the only companies in North America that will accept alkaline batteries for what we consider true high-order recycling. It's a mechanical process where we grind up the batteries and separate all the various components. We're sending nothing to landfill. We're not incinerating anything. We're ensuring that all the toxic chemicals are captured and not released back into the environment through means of disposal or pyrometallurgical or incineration processes.
And we're not just talking about AA batteries or D batteries or 9-volt. We're talking about watch batteries.
You got it. You know, we've been recycling batteries now for 20 years plus, and we accept any battery.
You only look about 25 yourself, though.
Well, thank you.
How
It's not having these batteries in my landfill, deteriorating my health, I suppose.
Right.
I don't know. But nonetheless, any battery, any shape, size, or chemistry, we like to accept them all and make sure that they're handled responsibly. As Ben pointed out, these various receptacles and containers are scattered across the city. Very convenient method to figure out where the closest location for you is to log on to our website at www.rawmaterials.com, punch in your postal code, and it will bring up the closest site to you where you can drop off these batteries. And to reinforce what you were saying earlier, the time change is the first week in November. It's also when the fire departments are recommending that you swap those batteries out of your smoke alarms. So it's a great opportunity to capture that dead battery, bring it to a deposit site close to you so we can recycle them.
Okay. Well, every year you're here to talk about this, and we really got to get it ingrained in people's heads to not throw them in the garbage, to look for these receptacles. And if they get used to that, whenever they have a handful of batteries they have to get rid of, just remember where these containers are. Yep. And they got to develop that headspace.
That's it.
That's it.
But 3 years in a row, you've given a check for us for our Clothes for Kids campaign. Ideally, what happens is people will donate brand new clothes to our building here. We distribute them amongst the community to keep kids warm for the winter. But also, if we have cold hard cash to do it, we can buy a lot more snowsuits per buck.
Yep.
So money is very important for that campaign as well.
Yeah, it's great. And this is a way that if you don't, feel the need to give money itself, you can turn those dead batteries into cash.
Oh, what's here?
There we go, yeah.
What do I see here? What's going on here?
There's a check there, and Clothes for Kids Ambassador, and so from Raw Materials and North American Transport Driving Academy, we have a check for $1,000 just as a starter. And what we're really looking for is a big push into November, because as you know, the cold weather is going to be here very shortly, and those kids that need those snowsuits are going to need them very shortly as well too.
Okay, let's do the handshake and the paparazzi thing.
You got it. Yeah.
No one's here taking a picture though.
That's it.
Someone take a picture. There's no cameras.
Great.
Okay. Well, good to see you. Thank you so much, Ben and Corey. This is great. We'll put this to great use.
Absolutely.
No kidding there. Good to see you. We'll see you next year.
See you next year.
Same time.
Hopefully with a bigger check.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Cool.
You got it.
Thanks very much.
Buddy.
Thanks, Bill.
We're going to talk about what you can see on CKWS TV.